What's good, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we have a company that I've been really wanting to try for a long time now. I feel like they fell off the map for a little bit, just stopped posting on like Instagram and everything. I thought we lost them, but they finally came back, and I'm talking about DRIHP. They have a bunch of brand new colors that just dropped. The material is ridiculous. I'm so excited about this one, guys, if you can't tell, but let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we get into the materials of the shirt, I do want to say that I spent all of my own money on all of these other shirts. I think there's like 5 or 6. Just recently, DRIHP reached out to me and provided me with a coupon code for you guys. So I didn't even get to use it, but you guys get to. It's Aaron15 for 15% off. And I know that sounds like, oh, you know, he's gonna hype their shit up because he has a coupon code and he's gonna get commission. No, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that God's honest truth, right? I'm gonna let you know right now though, I love their shit, but there are negative things, right? There's a couple things that I would change, so stay tuned for all of that. But I wanna let you know right off the bat, your boy's honest. I've always been honest from the beginning, so let's go. Real quick, wanted to show you the packaging as well. Got their pretty sweet logo right there. DRIHP. H is from hemp because their shirts are made with hemp. First hemp shirts I've ever tried, and you know, I'll talk about it in a second, but wow. Here are a couple cool facts you guys can pause and read if you want to. Very interesting. Okay guys, I am 6 feet tall, 160 pounds. All of these shirts are gonna be medium. And for the materials, we have 57% hemp, 38% cotton, and 5% spandex. Now, I guess the first thing I'll talk about is the feel of the shirt. And guys, it feels soft as fuck. Like, I remember when I first bought from Cuts, and everyone knows what Cuts is, right? They marketed it as buttery soft. I think when I felt Cuts for the first time, I was underwhelmed because I was expecting it to feel something like this. So this right here, it's super soft, it's extremely stretchy, and I love it. I love it, guys. It is pretty thin, you know, so relatively thin. Go ahead and show you it up close. This is the bone colorway, and this is a tank. So I got one tank, I think like 3 or 4 long sleeves, and then 1 short sleeve. But let's talk about this one first. This is bone. They all have that thin collar, which I love. All right, before we try this on, I will say, unfortunately, I don't think these shirts are gonna be for everybody, especially if you're short. You'll see in a second. I'm actually wearing the long sleeve right now, so I guess I could show you this first. But they are a little bit longer. All right, so, you know, and they do run slim. So for me, perfect. Like, I absolutely love the way that these fit. I'll go in more detail about the long sleeve after I show this one, but let's go ahead and take this one off. Okay, go ahead and try this on. Seriously, so comfortable, oh my God. Look at this. Oh my God. All right. So I think they did change a couple things. If you haven't been following DRIHP like I have, it seemed to me like the collar, like it used to be wider, and I'm not sure if they got complaints from that or what, but they did make a couple changes, I think, and the collar now is you know, slimmer, closer to your neck, not as wide, which I much prefer. I think it's pretty perfect right now. Let's back up for you. So as the tank, you could tell it has like a little bit lower than usual drop, which I love that. The reason I got bone in the tank is because I like to wear like colorful shorts, you know, whether it's maroon or like an earthish green or blue. I like to wear those as my shorts, and if you're wearing a colorful shirt too, it just doesn't go. So I like to wear like neutral tanks with my shorts. And for some reason, I don't know if maybe this one like doesn't have dye because it's maybe the natural color. It feels maybe even softer than the other ones. That's a maybe. I'm not positive about that. But as you can tell, you know, it is long. So if you're like, you know, 5'6" or like 5'7", it might look like a dress on you, honestly. But if you like that style, absolutely go for it. It is super, super comfy. Love the way it looks. Okay, let's go on to the next. Okay. So I guess I can show you this one up close. Maybe you can see it better because it's a different color. I think this was seafoam, they called it. Another thing that's a little bit different about their shirts is that the arm length, like from here to here, is shorter than like a typical shirt. I measured it compared to cuts, and maybe I'll show you like a screenshot here, but it's like a couple inches shorter, and I'm not sure if that's just what it is or if it's meant to be like rolled up a little bit like I was wearing it before. But I don't mind that because I literally always just pull up my long sleeves to like right here anyway. So it's kind of like wearing like longer than a 3/4 sleeve, but not a full length long sleeve shirt. Okay, next up is they just call this blue, even though it's so unique. I love the way this one looks, so cool. Try this one on. Okay. So nice. So this is what I was talking about. Oh, almost fell over. This is what I was talking about. Like, if it's all the way pulled in here the way it should be, it's kind of short, you know? But I almost always wear my shirts like this anyway. So it might even be because of that. Like, I think it might have been on purpose. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to them about it, so. And yes, the arms are nice and snug, or maybe that's not nice to you if you don't like it like that, but for me, I do like it like that. But it's not restricting in any way. Like, if I could just show you how easily these shirts like stretch, it's like effortless. So I don't feel restricted at all. Another thing, I mowed the lawn outside the other day in one of these, and it's breathable, very breathable. So, big fan. Big fan. Okay. Take this one off. Okay, next up, we got the all white long sleeve. And I wasn't sure, I was like, should I get a white? It's so expensive for just a white long sleeve shirt. But I'm so happy I got this one. This is literally, it's so clean. Like, if you just wear like a pair of jeans, pair of nice new white shoes, and this, dude, very, very nice. Okay. Weird thing about this one, the length is there on this one. So I don't know, maybe that's just QCing thing. Going back up. So you guys can't see the white shoes right now, but if you just want like a simple, clean look, I would, definitely recommend getting this white one. So nice. I mean, with the curve hem right there, it gives you like all the flashiness you need. Even though it's just a plain white t-shirt, you have this, snug on the arms, relatively loose on the body, the perfect thin collar, sits right where it should. It's really, really nice. Super comfortable. I'm trying to think right now if I could think of any other shirt that's more comfy than this one. That's why I didn't say anything yet. The only thing that comes close is Good Life Supima Cotton Tee. But I think these might be more comfy because of the stretch. It's crazy. That's really crazy. I know that I got these about a week ago, and I wore each one, like one a day, And when they were all out and I needed to wash them, I was actually like very disappointed. Like that's how much I looked forward to wearing these. All right guys, now for a couple of the negatives that I was talking about earlier. This is probably the worst one, and it's in their sleeve right here. I just have noticed a couple spots, again this being the worst, that I feel like the stitching isn't like here's this one right here. And this might not mean like the stitching itself is bad, maybe that's just like a little extra piece right there. But I've noticed that around their shirts. So I know they're very brand new, you know what I mean? I feel like they're gonna really take off the next few years, and this is probably just the beginning, but for me, if you're gonna pay $40 something for a shirt, you want those kinds of things to not be there. And I know Cuts has struggled with that too, so I think they're gonna figure it out, but I would just say like the QCing probably needs to be a little bit better. The next negative, I would say, and it's not even a big one, it's just one that came to my mind. This little piece right here, it's at the bottom of the shirt. It just feels like a little bit like cheap. And it feels and looks a little bit cheap. Like I wish they used this kind of tag. And it's hard to like see. Like hopefully you guys could see the quality of this one versus like, I don't know, this one, it's just kind of crappy. And like they'll know what I'm saying. So, and the last thing I noticed was actually on the short sleeve shirt that I got, the maroon. So I'll show you this color up close. Sick color. Love this one. Gonna take this one off. Okay. Try it on. Okay, first I'll back up. Show you guys the shirt. And this is like super minuscule, so I'm like hesitant to even say it, but I noticed that this sleeve is like a little bit tighter than this one. So like this one is snug, and if I like, I don't know if you could see how that one has like a little space right there. Like I'm squishing this one too, but there's like not really space. So minuscule, but something like that bothers me. So maybe again with like the QCing, not a huge deal. I feel like not a lot of people would notice that unless their arms are like the size of mine where one's more snug than the other one. Alright guys, so those are a couple of my negatives. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just returning this. I think they have free returns, I'm pretty sure they do. So I'll just have this one replaced because I absolutely love this color. And you know what, I'll try it on for you too. Let me take this one off first. Okay. Alright. This one is so sick. I really like this color. So definitely getting it replaced to fix, where is it, this portion right here. Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, just very unique. I don't have any other shirt that's like this one. Love it. And I just feel like they look really nice. Like I love the long sleeves. Like I have so many other short sleeves, and their short sleeves are nice. Like that maroon one was nice, but the long sleeve, it's even more comfortable because you get more of the material on your body. So if I was going to recommend, I would say long sleeve is better for me. Again, here's the length. And if you can't see, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see what you see, but the back is longer than the front, I would say by like an inch. And as a matter of fact, I wrote down a couple measurements, so let me read them to you guys. Okay, so the chest across right here from like armpit to armpit, laying like flat, not on my body or anything, it was laying flat, was 20.5 inches. This is for a medium. Okay. Now before I washed it, the length was 30 inches right here, but if you lay it flat, like I said, the back is a little bit longer, so it was 32 inches to the back one. After I washed it, it was 31 length in the back, so it lost an inch there. and then it was 29.5, so it lost like an inch and a half in the front. That altogether is like 3% shrinking, so honestly it's very unnoticeable. Even though it sounds like a lot, it's really not that much. So when I tried it on in the first place, and I tried it on now, like, I wouldn't have been able to tell that there was a difference, which is crazy because an inch, I was like, wow, an inch, wow. But it's really not that much. So wanted to share that with you. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start incorporating what the measurements are before and then after I wash it, so you can see if it shrinks. All right guys, we are moving on to the ratings. So let's go ahead and get started with fit. So for fit, the way it fits me, I'm giving them a 5.5 out of 6. I think they fit so well. One thing that's a little weird is that some shirts, I guess, well, the white one was like longer on the sleeves than a couple of the other colors in this one. But for me, that really doesn't matter because I just roll up my sleeves anyway, which is, you know, not a big deal. So I'm not gonna really ding them that much for that. But for the way that it fits my body, I don't know that I would change much. Maybe make it a tiny little bit shorter, and that would help like the shorter people out a little bit. But I actually like it, so it's hard for me to even say that. Moving on to comfort. Comfort is worth 4 points, and they are getting a 3.7. That is really high. That is really high, but I'm telling you, like, the stretch, you have so much mobility in this thing. It's breathable, it is soft, it's like buttery soft. Like, they should use that term, not cuts. I don't know, man, it's just very, very comfortable, and you don't realize how comfortable it is until you try and wear another shirt that you thought you liked after wearing one of these. So that says a lot, guys. I have a lot of shirts. I really, really like them. That gives them a total of 9.2 out of 10. All right, let's talk about value. So how expensive the product is versus the quality that you get. Now this shirt right here and all the long sleeves are like 49 bucks, right? And with the coupon, I guess that brings it down to like 41-ish. Comparing that to Cuts, who has a very similar fit, you know, that same skinny collar, same or like similar colors that are really cool, just like them. Cuts, I think they're listing it for over 60. So do I prefer these shirts over Cuts? Absolutely, absolutely I do. They're way more comfortable. They fit me just as good. They have a little bit more elongation, which, you know, I don't, it's fine. I don't really care, but the comfort is on another level and the fit is perfect for me, for my body type. One thing I might say is that Cuts feels like it might be a little higher quality. It's hard to say right now because I haven't washed these so many times yet. I've only washed them once, but I wanted to get this video up. So I'm gonna do another video in like 6 months and see how these have held up. But I know as soon as Cuts went over to the Pica Pro, I haven't had any issues. I've watched them so many times and the quality is very, very good still. Like, no pilling at all. So we'll see how these hold up, but I absolutely love them. I really recommend trying them out. Again, use my code if you want to. It's Aaron15. So I don't think I said this, but for value, they are getting a good on the value scale. That is going to wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not yet subscribed and you watched this video, why? Just subscribe, please. I post new videos just like this one every single week. I'm an honest reviewer. All of those social media brands that you see, you know, I've probably reviewed at least one product from them. If you have other ones you want me to review, just let me know. You know, it's just on my list. I have a bunch of clothes I'm gonna review still. A lot to do, so definitely subscribe, but I will see you guys next week with a new video. Later, guys.